What's up, guys, and welcome back to the Stocks with Mike and Tom show. The market had a horrible day today. We saw a bunch of selling pressure come in across a bunch of different stocks. Tesla was the only stock that, for the most part, finished green. It had a really good opening, but even that got rejected pretty hard. Facebook got absolutely destroyed today. They had some really negative news come out. Even Apple had a pretty bad day. So basically in today's video, we're going to cover what happened in the market today and some solid setups for tomorrow. So make sure you guys stick around to the end of the video. And if you are new here, don't forget to subscribe and let us know what stocks you are watching in the comments down below so then we can cover them in tomorrow's video. So definitely leave a comment down below. But Tom, what's going on with Facebook?
Yeah, CNBC is actually reporting that Facebook, Instagram, and WhatsApp have been down for more than 3 hours, and it's actually the worst outage that Facebook has had since 2008, whenever a bug knocked them offline for about a day. But back then, they only had about 80 million users. Right now, we know that they have a ton of users, and it's crazy to see them offline for this long. I would think maybe it would have just been a couple hours or something, but it looks like it is extending. I know it's still not working for me at the time we're recording this. And this is all coming out as a whistleblower is actually alleging that Facebook puts profits before safety. And they also said that self-regulation is not working for social media platforms. That's what Jen Psaki said on Monday, which is the White House press secretary. That's pretty big words to say that self-regulation is not working. And that's coming straight from the White House. So that could end up affecting Facebook, Twitter, and a couple other platforms. And I know Donald Trump is even suing Twitter right now, pretty much saying that they need to put him back on the platform or at least allow him back on there. So, there's lots of weird stuff going on with these big tech companies right now. And a lot of it just has to do with number one, the political spectrum. And then number two, all of these like whistleblowers and weird things going on with the Senate and all these people kind of coming out with weird allegations and stuff.
You know it. So there's just a bunch of selling pressure in the market right now. Of course, this does bring opportunity for short-term plays like buying put options or maybe shorting some of these stocks. But I think the larger opportunity will be actually dip buying some of these like big name stocks. Like I know Nvidia is pretty solid, Palantir, DraftKings, Zoom, Corsair, RUN. There are a bunch of stocks out there that are great companies that have a lot of like long-term growth potential that are at some pretty good prices. So I would really encourage you that if you're just someone who day trades or just someone who plays options, there are a lot of good opportunities to start to build a long-term portfolio right now.
Yeah, and a lot of these stocks are also like really big growth stocks that have a lot of upside potential. These aren't just, some slow movers like KO or Coca-Cola or something like that. These stocks have a lot of potential to, in some cases, to rise well over 100% in the future. So there's definitely some good opportunities. Like Mike said, CHPT, RUN, lots of stocks like that. Talking about CHPT, they had a pretty bad day today, falling off pretty low, almost down to $18 actually.
Yeah, they got smacked. I was looking at my watch list, like RUN struggled a lot too. So that sucks to see. But hey, if it's like a longer term play, then I guess the more it dips, I guess the lower your average could be.
Yeah, exactly. And right now, I think RUN is at a great price point. They're right around that $40 support. I know some of them like CHPT are breaking that support, but either way, they're at really good levels right now. And then Tesla just had a crazy day today, Mike. I mean, they just they straight up exploded in the morning, finally broke that $800 level and then came right back down at the end of the day, kind of like with the rest of the market. But it was good to initially see that nice run up above 800, but they really just consolidated, ended up coming right back down as we saw the SPY start to fall down as well. But, we are seeing oil stocks do pretty well. Exxon and Mobil actually held its ground very well today as crude oil seems to just continue to rip to the upside here, almost touching $80 a barrel now.
Yeah, it's going crazy, Tom. Literally, it's exploding up. And let's go back to Tesla for 1 minute. I just want to illustrate a quick point. Especially when day trading or even swing trading, we can see Tesla had a great, I guess you could say, some great movement in pre-market today. It was like popping up. But this goes to show you that when the overall market is tanking down, no matter how much momentum you have, like when you're fighting against the overall market, it's almost like never a good thing to do. Because I know a lot of people probably tried to play Tesla call options earlier today when it was breaking out. But when you just have all that selling pressure like in the NASDAQ and the S&P 500, it could be really tough to actually get those breakouts.
Yeah, definitely. And that's a big point. The overall market plays a big role. And whenever you see the QQQ and the SPY fall, especially this drastically, like we saw today, with the QQQ just having a massive sell-off at open, same thing with the SPY. It's really hard for these stocks to stay up, even with that great news like Tesla had. And like you said, I'm sure a lot of traders kind of either got humbled today or at least learned that hard lesson, unfortunately, because man, Tesla had such a hard pullback there in the middle of the day, right as it seemed like it was going to be breaking out.
For sure. So let's get right into our member of the day. And today's member of the day is Vicky. Huge shout out, Vicky. Thank you so much for all of the support. She always has great things to say in the Discord, in the YouTube comments, and she's always joining the live streams as well. So huge shout out, Vicky. Tom and I really appreciate you. I really appreciate you. So thank you for everything. And then guys, if you want to join the Stocked Up live streams, you can click the Stocked Up live link in the description down below. Tom and I go live every single morning at market open on the Stocked Up live channel. But Tom, let's get right into tomorrow's momentum plays. And with the first one, we have Redfin.
Yep, and with RDFN, go ahead and make them fall below that $47 level.
All right, and then with the next one, we have RUN.
Yep, RUN, go ahead and make them fall below that $40.50 support.
All right, and then with the last one, we have BLNK.
Yep, another one to the downside. Go ahead and make them break below 26.20. If they break that in pre-market, then make them break 26 even. But man, these stocks are really starting to break supports.
There we go. So we are watching these three plays for potential day trades to the downside tomorrow. Basically, if they break below the levels Tom listed, we were just looking at them for quick in and out day trades to the downside. But we have to showcase the hybrid bot play today. We can see the hybrid bot basically sniped Apple call options on a day where basically everything was selling off. The bot had an amazing call out on Apple to the upside. So it called out the 138 strike calls at around $234 each. And they popped up to $265 each. So it was a nice quick play. And, especially like I said, when everything else was selling off, the bot did a pretty good job.
Yeah, that was actually a really good dip buy right there with the bot. And it was just awesome to see how it really picked out that stock as it fell down that 138.50 support. We got a lot of consolidation down here, and it was a perfect time play right there. And it was on a good stock like Apple that was down pretty drastically for a stock like that. And whenever you see Apple fall that much in the beginning of the day, normally you do see a pop back up at the end. So overall, it was just an amazing play.
You know it. So if you guys want to try out the bot, even if it's only for 1 month, you can click the first link in the description or the comments down below. And if you do that, you will get around $41 off. So again, if you want to try it out just for 1 month, we do have a coupon running. It'll be the link in the description and the comments down below. Daily option swing trades, day trades, in a great community. So definitely check it out. And then let's get right into the questions from the previous video. With the first question, we have JB asking about SOFI. So, Tom, what do you think of SOFI?
Yeah, we haven't actually covered this one in a little while. And it was running up very nicely a couple weeks ago. And now it's just consolidating back to the downside. And with the overall market falling, they had a pretty good opening, kind of like Tesla did. But they ended up kind of pulling back all throughout the day. Unfortunately, they are kind of retesting this $16 support, and soon they might be heading back down towards 15. But overall, to me, right now, it's at a good time to buy for the longer term. If you really like this stock for the long term, I think shares right now are a good way to go, or maybe selling puts. But right now in the short term, it seems like there's a lot of momentum to the downside.
All right, and then we have Alex saying, hey, Mike and Tom, good job, like always. Just want to know what happened to BBIG. Why did it come down so much, and what can we expect from it? Also waiting for Palantir to go up or go above at least $29, but it seems every time it's close, something happens, and it always goes back down. So let's take a look at BBIG. This is just one of those like hype plays. I know Wall Street Bets was pumping it a little while ago, and honestly, I don't follow this one too much, but I remember hearing a bunch of hype about it from Wall Street Bets, and this is a pretty standard setup that you see from them. Like you'll see a stock pop up for a week or two and then just come crashing down. So honestly, I don't like it. There have been many setups that are relatively similar to it, like GREE, OPAD, IRNT is another one. Like they just pop up for a week and they just sell off big time. So honestly, I'm not a fan of it.
Yeah, me either. It kind of seems like a small pump and dump type of stock, and I don't want to throw it in that category, but it just kind of seems like that right now with the movement that we saw the past few months.
All right, and then also Palantir has been struggling a lot, like Alex suggested. They've had not the best news come out. You can say overall they're just like a longer term play, and I feel like they have a lot of long term growth potential.
Yeah, I do too. I think for the long term, Palantir is actually, I think, pretty undervalued right now. They had this pretty bad sell off for the past couple of weeks, and people were loving it whenever it was coming up and retesting that $30 resistance up there. So right now, I think it's a great time to start selling puts on it or even acquiring some shares. And like we talked about at the beginning of the video, right now is a great time to start building up that long term portfolio, especially if you like some of these smaller growth stocks, or if you like solar stocks and stuff like that. These stocks are awesome for the future.
Alrighty, and then we have Dang asking about AMC. So Tom, this one has been all over the place. What levels do you have for us?
Yeah, I actually have a support down here right around 33.74, 33.75. Right down here. You could also just say $34, but overall AMC had a great week last week. It had that awesome pop up as hashtag apes not leaving was trending on Twitter. And then now we're seeing a pretty bad move to the downside. And I feel like it had some potential this morning. It had some green coming into it before market open, but once the market did open, I feel like it just kind of ended up selling off with the overall market, kind of like what we saw with Tesla today. It had a great pre-market, but then whenever the market opened, that main downwards momentum kind of took hold.
All right, so Tom, do you have any last minute stocks, options, or anything you're watching for tomorrow?
Yeah, kind of like I covered a little while ago, I'm still eyeing up these oil plays, and I'm not eyeing them up for the long term, more of just short term plays. And that's honestly been working out pretty well for some pretty good day trades and momentum plays lately, especially with crude oil popping up. If you see slash CL move up above 78.38 tomorrow, I think we'll see some pretty good moves out of Exxon and Mobil, and then CVX, which should do pretty good. And then if you want to trade oil more directly, you can kind of buy GUSH, which should pop up pretty well if oil goes up. We can see it was up 4.8% today.
Good stuff. So thank you guys so much for watching today's video. If you are an options trader, definitely check out that first link in the description and the comments down below. You can get daily options, swing trades, day trades, order flow bots. You can cancel at any time. And there is a coupon automatically attached to that first link in the description and the comments down below. If you are new here, don't forget to subscribe. We post brand new videos every single day. Other than that, thanks for watching.